What I'm making today is called a Nostepinne. It's basically a stick. Spinners use it to take skeins of yarn and turn them into cakes of yarn. The first thing we need to do is to make a cylinder from this block of Osage orange. From there, we'll be able to refine it into a proper shape. As you can see, we're getting close to having our cylinder, at least on this side. Now we're moving to the other side. This is some of the same Osage orange that was harvested from a local farm. A tree had fallen, and it was going to rot, but I was able to take it home with me and use it for several projects. Alright, now we're getting down to a cylinder. A Nostepinne is essentially a handle with a tapered end on the other side. Right here, we're building out the taper. I want to be gentle as we continue. And then mark off where the handle portion will be. I'm turning this section into the handle. And adding a small groove around which yarn could be tied. Some spinners don't use this type of groove. Whoops, had a little chip out there. That's okay. That's one of the things you have to keep in mind when using scavenged wood. We're going to tighten up the handle a bit. Now I'm using some 150 grit sandpaper, and I'm going to do a little bit more material removal. I'm going to try and get a nice straight taper on the end of the Nostepinne. I'm sort of feeling it out by hand and seeing what it feels like. I use my thumb to see how it feels, if there's any ridges that need to be knocked down. Now I'm checking for straightness. I'm trying to make sure I have a slight taper towards the end, without too many bumps or ridges. Now I'm moving down to a finer grit sandpaper. I'm going to continue through the different grits until we have a fairly smooth finish. Here I've moved to the finest grit sandpaper. I'm using sawdust to sort of burnish the Nostepinne. Now I'm leveling off the edge so that it'll be symmetrical on this end. Then I'll move and trim off the handle. I'm making a slight adjustment. And there we go. And there you have it, one Nostepinne. Hopefully my wife will enjoy this. She'll be able to use it to wind up some of the balls of yarn that she has spun.